Hey creative friends, welcome to my channel. And today is Saturday, actual Saturday. It's the 22nd of June. Oh my gosh, the whole month is almost gone. But it's been a good month. And if you're new here, hi, my name is Linda, and I usually come on Saturdays, sometimes Sundays, but generally Saturdays. And I like to talk about the videos that I did last week, what's coming up this week, and that way I can answer some questions or maybe address comments, things like that. Hang on, I'm going to move you so the sun is a little bit better. There you go. Isn't that better? Yeah, it's better for me. Anyway, it's an amazingly beautiful day out. Brian and I have already been out for breakfast, and we went to a yard sale. We got an awesome cool chair. And then now I've got stuff to do in the yard. But last week, I had 3 videos last week. The first one was on Monday, and that's when I do my mix it or make it Monday. I revisited a couple of my favorite mixes that I love to use. In fact, that's why I had to revisit them and make them again because I've used them up. And one of them was the Dorothy Lynch, the Copycat Dorothy Lynch dressing. I love that stuff. I use it on all kinds of stuff. And I was saying I could put it on the grill on some chicken breasts. That's awesome. So good. But I made a lunch yesterday for Brian and I just had a nice mixed salad. I had some zucchini cut up on there, some cheddar cheese chunks, some mushrooms, little bit of red onion, some white radishes, which are really mild, and then grilled chicken and some croutons and that Copycat dressing, and it was so good. I love it. So did that. I also redid the SOS, the Super Sauce Mix. And if you check out those videos on Monday, in the description is a link that you can go and print off those, and the SOS, and also just the one that you can print that has all the make-a mixes in it. So good. But I did that, and I'm going to use that in a couple recipes. In fact, today I'm working on my video for next Monday, and I'm going to be using a mix, but it's not one of those. But I will be using a mix for a side dish. So that's going to be fun. But I shouldn't have told you that because that's coming up. But anyway, so I also did for Wednesday, I did the sourdough discard crackers, and those are delicious. We've already been through them. I've already had to make a second batch. And then today I have to go feed my sourdough, and it's doing so well. I thought, you know what? I might as well make some more. Except today, I think I'm going to play with it. I'm thinking, why does it have to have cheese or everything bagel or herbs or something? Is there a way to make a sweeter version? So I'm thinking of taking the sourdough and doing maybe some coconut oil in place of the butter, which will give it that little bit of coconutty flavor, and then maybe a little cinnamon. And I've got some coconut sugar. It's like a brown sugar. It looks like brown sugar. I also have the date sugar, and I thought about putting some of that in there to mess around. If it turns out good, I'll do a video on it. But I dropped my little Bluetooth thingy. Anyway, so I was thinking about doing that, so that'll be fun. But the discard crackers are so simple, and if you are into sourdough and you're going along this with me on Wednesdays and you find that you're just creating a whole lot of discard, that maybe I already have a bunch in the fridge, which I do, and I want to use it, so I'm just going to be making crackers because they're so easy and they're yummy. So I did that, and then on Friday was something very completely different. You either thought it was cool or you didn't. It's like this hobby that I've done for years and years, and I don't know, I put their glass ball photography, and I put the glass balls on a shelf in my craft room, and there they sat for about 5 years until I cleaned it off the other day and went, you know, I ought to go out and take some pictures. It's just fun. And I put a link in there for a set of glass balls. It's like $30, and I received those yesterday, and that is a phenomenal set. They're 3 different sizes. They're super nice, and they have 3 different glass stands for them, and the one I particularly like is the biggest one because it's kind of pyramid shaped, so it's got a wider base than it does a top, so it's really stable. So I love that. Today should be getting a little tripod, but those glass balls are awesome. So if you want to know about that, it's just a fun hobby. I actually have a lot of little hobbies that I do that I probably never told you guys. Maybe I should just do a once in a while something that's, you know, completely different than what you're used to or what I do. But anyway, so that's what I did last week. Coming up this week, of course, you know, I've already got a recipe for I've got that in my head for the Mix It or Make It Monday. So there will be something coming up on there. And I am going to be using a recipe, a mix, like I just said, a mix to make a side dish. So it's not going to be like the full casserole or cookies or biscuits. It's just going to be a side dish. So I'm going to make that. So good. I'm going to do that. And then I have my, coming up on Tuesday, I have an idea for something to make for that. Pantry Cooking for Two Tuesday. That, I've already got it. I had to think about it. But the recipe coming up is it's pantry cooking. So I'm actually going to use something that we made last year, at this time last year in a collaboration. And I'm putting, whose dog is that? I don't know who's barking. Anyway, so I'm going to use that. And then something from the freezer that, it's kind of a junk foody thing, but it turns it into something really cool. So I've got that coming up on Tuesday, so you'll want to watch for that. And then Wednesday, I'm not sure, but I'm going to do a sourdough thing. But when I did the crackers, I mentioned that I had seen recipes for graham crackers, and a lot of people said I'd like to see those. What is that dog barking at? Oh my gosh. Anyway, so I thought I would do maybe those, but we'll see. It depends maybe on how these other crackers turn out. And there's just so many recipes. But I have printed off a couple, and I'm leaning toward that. So keep an eye out for Wednesday for that. And then for tomorrow, I actually am working today on a product review for an amazing garden thing that they said, you want to try this out? And I'm like, yeah, that'd be so cool. And they said, you know what? Let's just send you these other two things too, and you can try them out. So you'll want to watch tomorrow for that review, because the big thing that they were originally going to send me, I didn't get it when I got the other two little things, and I thought, what's going on? Well, apparently it had a problem in the U.S. Postal Service because it had to be repackaged into this huge box with all this tape, and it looked like they abused the heck out of it. I took this thing out, and it's perfect. Not a scratch. It's the best quality. So watch for tomorrow for the review. It's a garden thing, and this is the perfect weather to be thinking about gardening. So that's what I have going on. And I love today. I don't even have to have my little zip up hoodie because it's just beautiful out, and it's just going to be even prettier. And the year is just moving on because we're heading into July already. But July's fun. That's our county fair week, and that's when we do all the things. So, our county fair is the third week of July. So I'm excited about that. But that's it for my Saturday happenings. And I hope you guys are all having a great weekend. I hope your weather's great. I hope you've got great projects going on. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.